Hello everyone and welcome to the end of John Cena's career. And potentially the start of a new series. Let's talk wrestling. I can't imagine there being anything quite like this for many years, with John Cena working a full year knowing that it's his last. The only person that could possibly do something even close in scale is Randy Orton, and I don't think he'll do a grandiose farewell tour, to be perfectly honest. Anyway, this video is going to be how I think Cena's tour should continue from SummerSlam and beyond in what seems to be his final 5 matches. Comment if you disagree, and let's get right into it. SummerSlam, as we know, is going to be Cody Rhodes versus John Cena in a street fight. And I think that the July 18th SmackDown has foretold the outcome of this match. A lot of people have noticed this, but Cody was awfully heelish in their main event segment, going so far as to forge Cena's signature after beating him up in order to sanction their title match. And Cody will be filming the Street Fighter movie after SummerSlam, so it only makes sense that he'll win the title following a heel turn before disappearing, as The Rock did say back in February, that if he had sold his soul, he doesn't have to be a fighting champion. This match, however, will not just be a heel turn, rather a double turn a la Stone Cold versus Bret Hart. I think it was WrestleMania 17, right? And Cena will turn back to the light, as he has been teasing more and more over the last couple of months. Following SummerSlam, we will see a more humble Cena, who will not be hungry for an 18th world title reign, or a match at Clash in Paris at all for that matter. This is where AJ Styles come in. In this world, he has just become the new Intercontinental Champion at SummerSlam, and is offering for Cena to challenge him for the one title that has evaded him his entire career, giving him a shot at becoming a Grand Slam champion while revisiting what could be one of the best trilogies of all time in a final 4th match. I feel that the nostalgia and the stakes would make this a very exciting match to happen, especially with how over AJ is in France, as well as how over Cena is, well, everywhere. But who would win this match? I don't hear you here because it would be weird if I was listening. I'd give it to AJ, in all honesty, as it would feed into the idea that no one's perfect, which I feel has defined Cena's farewell tour thus far. Considering his loss at the Rumble, him giving in to desperation up until SummerSlam for his heel turn, and now his failure to win the Grand Slam. But what's this? Post-match angle? It's the Wyatt Six, and they're attacking Cena. Crown Jewel is taking place close enough to Halloween, so it's time to get a bit spooky. Uncle Howdy has been a massive fan of John Cena's heel run, as all it's done is proven Bray Wyatt right. But now that Cena's back to being a babyface, Howdy feels that he has some work to do. This feud will be built on the possibility of Cena potentially giving in to temptation one more time. And in the match, I imagine they'd recreate the image of Cena, chair in hand, contemplating himself getting disqualified at WrestleMania 30, and just like 11 years ago, he'll choose to do what's right, solidifying that he will end his career as a good guy. Only this time, unlike his match against Bray, Howdy takes advantage of this and defeats John Cena, giving him his 3rd loss in a row. I bet you thought that being an actor would make Cena play his retirement tour safe, but November means War Games! And John will be seen at the final Big 4 PLE of his career. While I do think that Rollins is genuinely injured, I do think that they're exaggerating his recovery time and that he could possibly be back in action by this point, leading to Team Seth versus Team Cena in the War Games stipulation. I'm honestly hoping that the traditional 5-on-5 comes back in the coming years, but this year is not the year. And if Seth isn't back, I'd have Cody take over his faction, as I think that Paul Heyman being in his ear, causing him to be like this Homelander-esque character, could work very well. And the match that I propose is as follows. Rollins or Cody, then Braun, Bronson, Ethan Page and Cross going up against Cena, Punk, Zayn, Jey Uso and LA Knight. Yeah. This match is a perfect opportunity for Cena to face the future of the company, as that's the whole idea behind Seth's faction. Page will have been in the group for maybe a couple of months by this point, either being picked by Seth or his AEW ties to Cody being taken advantage of. And Cross will be there as he torments LA Knight or something, with the possibility of him calling back to his current feud with Zayn. We have seen Seth's group have problems with all these men already, although they've only touched on Cena, but there's a clear story with Seth being infuriated at how quickly Cena was forgiven after turning away from trying to destroy the future, which Rollins was building towards. With even CM Punk having made amends with him to an extent that they're willing to team together. I think that the outcome of this match would be a Team Cena victory, with Rollins himself being pinned by someone not called John Cena. This leads us to Cena's retirement match at Saturday night's main event in December. Wait, I'm booking this. Let's make this better. John Cena is not at Saturday night's main event. Whoopee! It's December 28th, and we have a one-off Ruthless Aggression PLE to end off the year. It's Cena's final match, but who is his opponent? Could it be LA Knight after tensions rose at War Game, with miscommunications not working well with Knight's temper? Or did Knight take the pin, which has robbed Cena of the chance to go into his final match in confidence, as he has failed to pin anyone clean in singles competition since the Greatest Royal Rumble in 2018? Could it be Drew McIntyre, who is agitated by no one acknowledging that he was correct as always? He did say before Elimination Chamber that Cena was not a good person, and he was proven correct just for Cena to suddenly change the narrative on himself by turning babyface. Could it be Gunther, the most domineering heel in the company, the world heavyweight champion who that by this point has gone through CM Punk, AJ Styles, Penta, and hopefully others? Just please give him a good world title reign. An immovable obstacle in Cena's insatiable lust for glory in his closing scene. Or could it be Chad Gable? Cena decides that his final match is going to be an open challenge. Who thinks that they're worthy of retiring the greatest of all time? What qualities do they possess that make them think that they have what it takes? I know that Gable's aura has perhaps been damaged by his obsession with luchadors and his connections to the master impersonator in El Grande Americano, but this match could honestly be the perfect full circle moment with Gable's similarities to Kurt Angle. Cena was inexperienced in his first match, and he doesn't know if he has what it takes in his final match. Can't forget that Chad may be the best sparring partner you could possibly have in the modern day WWE. He's honestly flawless in ring and could give Cena a memorable send-off. There's probably names I'm missing here, but honestly I'd take any of these as his final match. Just please don't make it at Saturday night's main event. Too many ads and you can't risk John Cena's retirement speech getting cut off halfway through. That's my only unrealistic wish. If I had to pick one of them, I would probably go with, let's say, LA Knight, because I think Cena needs to win his last match and he could realistically do that. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Are there any matches you think we need to see? Do you think that my fancy booking is rubbish and that I need to rethink my life choices? Comment down below. And with that, see you next time or something.